Today's request comes from Alpha Sub 69. By the way, your handle name is crazy work, all right? And it reads here, "Hello Polo, longtime supporter here. Please react to Typo Negative song Love You to Death." All right. And this request comes from Buy Me a Coffee, from a supporter of the channel. I will give my honest opinion, regardless of it being a donation. All right. And but I've had one song from Typo Negative that I can remember, and it was interesting but very entertaining and actually replayable, even though it was about let's just say going down on a woman when she was yeah, do your research. But today we got Typo Negative, Love You to Death. And before we get started with this content, do me a big favor and like the video if you like this type of content, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And yeah, appreciate you guys, appreciate the supporters, and some of you guys have been watching me for quite some time. I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of the day to watch my crazy videos. And this is I don't know what to expect here. I pulled up the lyric video because I've learned that when checking out Typo Negative, I might want to glance into the lyrics to see what the hell they're talking about, because the last one was pretty funny, but the song was dope. I can't front. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go. Does a really good job with, when he comes up with the cadence for his lyrics, the pacing. I like the style of this one already, and it has a storytelling aspect to it.
In her place, 100 candles burning. A salty sweat drips from her breast. Her hips move, and I can feel what they're saying.
Liking the lyrics.
Swaying. They say the beast inside of me is gonna get ya,
Down with this one, all right. I could feel the rhythm of the song before the drop, and the drop was amazing. Okay, let's give it one of these. All right. I'm starting to like. Well, I can't say start. I like the first song. All right, but I'm really liking Typo Negative. All right, and never heard of him prior. For those of you who are new to the channel, a lot of the music that I get sent is music I didn't grow up listening to or knew anything about it. I grew up off of hip hop and R&B. And, doing YouTube, I started to, broaden my horizons and open up my mind to different types of music. And it's been paying off.
feel what they're saying, swaying. They say the beast inside of me is gonna get ya, yeah.
Great drop. Oh, she's a goth. person, and I'll look for your comment. The typo negative. Let me person that sent this one in. All right, you're a fan of The Cure as well. Let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong by this one. Okay, I just got a feeling. All right, because there's some things I hear in the music, at least with this song, that recently was introduced to The Cure, that I hear from that band, and I kind of hear some magic. Not comparing the two and saying they're similar in any kind in most kind of ways, but because I think The Cure is completely original. But I hear some of that magic in this.
I'll beg to serve your wishes, my love. Now close those eyes and let me love you today.
You know, I gotta say, this guy's voice, oh my goodness. Chef's kiss. I like it.
Your wishes, my love. Now close those eyes and let me love you today. Shall I prove I'll be what I'm saying? Begging, I sail on misty
I like the
inside of me.
guitar. You know, it's revving up that horsepower in the middle there. You know, it's that hardcore nature.
I'll be what I'm saying. Begging, I sail on misty inside of me. It's gonna get you, yeah.
And then they get all sensitive on me, okay? They switch up the tone, all right? I like it. Believe it or not, I believe there was a lot of babies made to this song, all right? Don't get it twisted. This is boning music, all right? Death. Now, normally when someone says "I want to love you to death," you know, it doesn't sound as eerie as this does, and this has like a mixture of it sounding eerie, but also "Love You to Death." It still has that same sort of sentiment to it, or whatever. But with their sort of vibes where they can go like, "I'm gonna love you to death, to death." All right, what I mean. At least that's the way I'm interpreting the song.
Am I good enough?
I like it. I like it. That mixture of melancholy with the masculine in the beginning. It's a beautiful mixture.
Am I good enough? Am I good enough?
Man. See, Chills. All right. Unexpected. Seven-minute song, but it went by fast. Nice. Atmospheric.
Am I good enough? For you.
Chills. All right. So, Typo Negative is 2 for 2. Okay. I've listened to 2. If I've listened to others, forgive me, but the 2 that left an impression that I remember without doing any research is 2 for 2. And a lot of the times it could be because of the shock value of some of the subject matter in the first song. But getting past that, I still can see the brilliance in the group. Okay. Let's see what the comments say, because I like to read the comments. Okay. Probably read more comments on other people's videos than my own. All right. It's not a good thing, but I do read the comments. So leave comments. Let me know. My heart sinks to the floor whenever I hear this song. She will never know how she impacted me. Yes, she got away. Best metal love song ever. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's subjective, but I can see that. Let me give my rating of how much I liked it on a score of 0 out of 10 and 5 being average. 10 out of 10. I'd have to give this one a 10 out of 10. Okay. I liked it. I could play this on repeat. I love it. I love the style. I love the mixture. I love to listen to music from the masculine perspective and the feminine perspective as well. But, me being a dude, I like to, we can relate to certain things just the way women can relate to, I don't want to get into all that. But yeah, where else are we going here? Let's see. I have a Pete story for anyone willing to read. It was 2007 in Fort Lauderdale. It was the second time I was going to see them at Revolution. The first time was in '97's Ozfest at his prime. All right, because I saw a documentary where Ozzy did put on a lot of smaller bands. Back when he ran his concert, his thing. He put on so many bands that became really, really big from the documentary that I watched. But anyways, it says, oh no, this is a lot of reading. All right. We don't read. At least I don't like reading this much out loud. All right. I can read fast in my head. It says this venue was a small in comparison to the arena shows, so it made the night more intimate. There was no more than 60 people at Rev. The majority were Muskogee Indians. We were all singing together. Pete and the band joked with us. We laughed. We didn't know that this was the last time we would see them together. Wow, 2007, okay? And Pete was so ill from his abuse of drugs or prior. This had me thinking, I'm going off on a tangent here, but I was thinking about how many people are beloved for their art. And typically when we drink or we do drugs or we smoke, we do it to escape. And a lot of times we escape because of the pain that we've endured in our past. Okay, or even that we're enduring at that current time. And to see so many famous people that just cannot deal with reality, even like the most beloved artists. Some people do drugs because it's fun. I get that, or whatever, because it was marketed to be fun, and it probably really did have a lot of good times on it. But a lot of people do drugs to escape, or they drink to escape, or whatever their vice is. So I'm always fascinated. Like, even take someone like Shia LaBeouf, who I was thinking about before this video. I'm like, the guy had it all. He had, that star quality. He was well loved, and and now he's going through his issues with drinking because he's trying to run from something and escape from something. So even the love that he gets from the people and all his career, he has his internal struggles. So no matter who you are, no matter how handsome you are, how famous or rich you are, or beautiful you are, we all have our issues that we struggle with. So it just it fascinates me to a degree. A tangent, but here we go. It says here, but nonetheless, it had taken a toll on his health and frame of a man. He looked like he had the flu, and his skin was pale and almost gray. He could barely stand up, so he would sit on an amp to continue the show. I had taken off my shirt and put it on my pants pocket and decided to crowd surf. When I got to the front, well, the usual. If you've ever crowd surfed and get to the shore, as I exited, Pete got up and grabbed a bottle of wine and sprinkled it on top of my head and said, Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi. What does that mean? Okay. I thought of the Migos, if that's how you say that word, were up to their usual shenanigans. And if you're from the S flow, you know what I mean. But it was good old Pete looking down at me. I smiled back at him and went to my gather. Now, I've never been to a concert, but those rowdy ones where they crowd surf, push each other around, punch each other, kick each other, all type of whatever you're feeling, not my thing. You know what I mean? I like the more intimate settings, but there are certain bands I probably would have made an exception for, like, say, Nirvana or somebody, I don't know, discovering their music now. But anyways, I don't know why I do this. Maybe someone can explain why they do this, as well as I've read the comments over the years. But starting September through October, I listen to Type. I listen to Type. I especially like it when the bright orange September sun embers as I drive west fast on the highway with the bass at the highest setting. All right, my man. I don't dare worship no man, as every man is equal. I am the same, except for their vainglory. I don't think I've ever seen that word, but I truly miss this guy. Now to the Muskogee, not Muskogee, Mikowski. How do you say that damn word? That took my shirt. You're a dick. You left me vulnerable. It was cold. You left me vulnerable. It was cold and it was raining, and I had to borrow Barbie's grandma's sweater and went drinking afterward in it. All right. I don't know. That's funny to me. He just went to a different. Like, the pain still hadn't healed over all these years, but a great story, and we lose a lot of the great ones. I am also, starting to grow an affection for the lead singer and his artwork. From the two songs that I've heard, "Love You to Death." I don't often give songs 10 out of 10, but I really really enjoyed this song. Okay, it's my type, and it wasn't growing up. As I've stated before, I grew up listening to hip hop and R&B, but listening to these different genres, the different subgenres of metal or whatever, and I tend to, if you're new, my favorite band that I've discovered is Tool, but I'm always open, okay, and Type O Negative is really enjoyable so far. That's my rant. That's my tangent. But anyways, let me know what I should check out next from Type O Negative if you're a fan, or if you're just a fan of this kind of music and you think there's another band that I would enjoy that is still on the same type of vibe. You think you can figure out my taste. Let me know in the comments section, or like the supporter here. What was their name? I want to say thank you again. Oh, Alpha Sub 69. All right. all right, Alpha Sub, that sent in this request, and the name is fitting for the song that you requested on the Buy Me a Coffee. You can also suggest on Patreon, where you can hit me up directly. I will respond to you. Okay, you can also guarantee to get your request done if you subscribe to the highest tier and to catch content that doesn't make my YouTube channel, or sometimes I premiere it there first, or if it gets blocked, you might see it there as well. So some bands you guys want me to see, sometimes it's on Patreon. That's what I got. That's what I got for you guys today. All right. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this video with other music lovers, and I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate your time. Peace.
Yeah! Look what I have created!